Hey guys, this is the new What If. Anyways, let's get into it. It's going to be What If by the title. What if Deku was homeless or his mom kicked him out after they found out he was quirkless? So we start at the quirk doctor, right when he said, Inko Midoriya, I'm sorry, but your son is quirkless. Of course, the whole thing goes the same, but on the drive home, this is where things change. She's arguing with Hisashi about what they should do with the child now that he's quirkless. And Hisashi wants to keep him because I'm saying Hisashi is a nice guy, and it's not all for one. I'm not making Hisashi all for one this time. He's a nice guy, and he wants to keep Izuku, but Mrs. Midoriya does not. So it's a kind of a complete opposite change. But Inko refuses this and keeps battling for them to just get rid of him, put him in an orphanage, just leave him on the streets. And Hisashi wants to refuse this, but he can't argue because he wants to stay in a relationship, and he doesn't really want to be a single father. And he's like fully going guilt trip right now, and he's so sorry. But so they stop by a nearby alley, and they say, Deku, we have to go get something from the store. You stay right here since we don't want to take you home yet. You just stay right here. So they drop him off. Izuku can't comprehend this yet because, he's only 4. Who's going to comprehend this kind of stuff? So he just sits there, and people walk by. They don't notice him. It's usual. He sits there, and he's waiting for them. A day passes. 2 days pass. And now he's like, where's Mom and Dad? What happened to them? So he starts walking. But he gets ganged up by a bunch of thugs outside of the valley. And they start torturing him. I don't want to go this far, but God, I hate doing this. I hate the idea of this, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if I offend any of you, but he gets raped, and he will never come out of this experience without nightmares. Whenever he sleeps, that's all he sees is all of it. That's only it. And disclaimer, guys, I hate those kind of people that sexually abuse kids. Like, why would you do that? That is just so wrong. You've got something wrong in your head if you're doing that. And I just feel so bad for the kids. Because if they can still comprehend, because it's around 4 you remember things, like 1 through 3 you don't really remember anything of your life. But you're always going to remember that because it's like that experience, and our brains just do that. And I feel so bad for those kids. Oh my God, that's just so wrong. I'm sorry, but let's get back into this. So he was just, raped. And so he's sitting on the ground in that alley. Well, actually, no. He's in an abandoned house because they're not going to do it in the middle of an alley. And, of course, there's a neighboring building right there. And one of the people look through the windows and they hear screaming. Like, they open their window and they hear screaming from that abandoned building. So they call the cops, and they find Izuku, raped. His pelvis is broken. His jaw is broken. He has whip marks, and And so they take him to the hospital, and they say, "Who are your parents?" And Deku was just like, he's in a state of shock. He's like in one of those points of state, like what he was at the doctor when he found out he was quirkless. He was just kind of like that, but not in like that like weird look, like in trauma to look. Like he won't talk. He doesn't want to talk because of the experience, and they understand this, so they want to try and call some pro heroes, like maybe try and find who it is, but they can't find who his parents are because if they knew if anything happened to him on the streets and he had to go into the hospital or something, they knew they were going to get called. So they fled the city. They fled Japan. because they don't care at this point. And so they release Izuku once everything is fixed, but they want to put him into adoption center, but they find out that he's quirkless, and they're like, no one's ever gonna adopt him. I don't think anyone wants to stay in there. We shouldn't let him be homeless either. We gotta find somebody that could adopt him. I don't think anybody would. So they just kind of leave Deku on the streets, and they don't really know what to do with him. But, like, you know, a kind homeless man, like, takes him and feeds him a little bit and teaches him to fight. Because, you know, you can't be on the street if you don't know how to fight. You can't do it. It's impossible. So the guy teaches him how to do street fighting. So, like, yeah, all street fighting. Teaches him how to use a knife. And this entrances Deku because he all of a sudden has this weird trance, like, wow, knives are so cool. They're sharp, and if you know how to handle them right, they're so cool. And so he starts training with these knives, like, all the time. Like, you know, from Naruto, where they can, like, hit those kunais, like they're, like, that good with those kunais and stuff. He's just on that level as a ninja kind of thing. And he trains, too. And 4-year time skip here, he's 8. Wait, no. 7-year time skip. So he's around 11. And so he keeps going, you know. Wait, why would he be 11? He's not 11. No, he would be. Never mind. I'm sorry. My brain is off right now. So yeah, and he's going around, and he knows to go into the woods and just find something to eat, then cook it on a fire. He doesn't, like, really live in the woods. He still walks through the streets. His clothes are pretty beat up, but no one really questions this because, like, oh, he must have just been in a fight or something. I mean, nothing to worry about. And something odd happens. He's walking by a grocery store, and he goes inside because he's like, I have a little bit of money. I can probably buy a piece of candy or something. I'm pretty hungry. It's not like I can use it for anything else. So he walks into the store. He starts searching around. He doesn't know what kind of candy he buys because he hasn't tasted candy in over 7 years. So he doesn't even remember the taste of it. And he still has traumatic flashbacks all the time. And whenever thugs are like, he saves people from thugs and stuff because he doesn't want them to go to the same experience that he did. And he's not really known as a vigilante. He's just known as, like, a kind person that helps him from this. He's brave enough to stand up for this. And he's walking by, and he's walking under one of the aisles, and he sees the Katsuki family. Not the Katsuki family, that's the Bakugo family. So Katsuki, Mitsuki, and what's the other guy's name? What's the dad's name? I have no idea what the dad's name is. But he sees them, and he's like, why does the blonde boy, why does he seem so familiar? And something just clicks in his mind. It's like, holy crap, that's Bakugo. That's Kashan. What happened? Have I really been away that long? He's grown. Wow. How old am I again? I think I'm around 11, 12, I don't know. So he's walking by, and Bakugo notices him. He looks over at him, and he goes like, hey, kid. Hey, do I know you? I think you do. I feel like I know you. Like, and Mitsuki turns around, and she's just like, Izuku? And Bakugo just clicks in his mind. Jaku? That's you? Oh, hey guys. Where have you been? On the streets? Why have you been on the streets? I don't remember. Kind of just happened, I guess. I don't know. Mitsuki knows what happened, and she kind of hates Inko for this. And she just like, why would she just abandon her child like that? And she knew that Hisashi wouldn't, but she knew that Hisashi would never want this to happen, but wanted to keep the relationship with Inko. So he probably had to, because he wants to keep in the relationship with Inko. I feel so bad for him. I wonder where he is. Like, this is what she thought. And so that happens, and she's like, Izuku, do you want to come back to our house with us? Well, okay, I don't really care. Sure, why not? So they're walking back, and they're asking Izuku, like, what happened? Like, when and where? Like, how have you been? Like, have you been okay? And like, I've been mostly okay. Got into a couple of fights recently. So, nerd, what's your quirk? Oh, I'm quirkless. Really? Yeah. That sucks, yeah. I learned how to street fight, though, and I'm pretty good with knives, too. See? Pretty good knives. Like, twirls it around in his hand, and he throws it at the wall. Pretty good with knives. And they're kind of like, wow, okay. And, so how have you been? Like, has anything bad happened to you? And Deku just immediately flashes back to the time he got raped, and he's like, sure, no, I've been okay. Nothing really bad's happened to me, because he doesn't want to tell the family, because he knows they'll just, like, be really overprotective and ask, what? And, like, just start, like, and he knows Bakugo will probably rampage because of his anger issues. You know, he knows Mitsuki will probably do that, too. And, I just remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Masari or something. He'll try to calm them all down, let the police handle it. And so they keep going, and they get to the house, and Bakugo asks a key question: do you guys want to live here? But this is where I'm going to end it off, guys. I hope you guys like this. I'm going to keep doing this. There may be another Naruto What If coming soon. I hope you guys enjoy this. Like and subscribe, and have a great freaking day, man. Have a great Thursday when you're seeing this, because the day it's uploaded is going to be Thursday.